All right, so we finished up another New York Mets spring training game. Mars Gaming is right in here. Hi, Mars Gaming. As New York Mets pick up a victory against the Washington Nationals, 8-4. This definitely was a bit of an interesting game. There were some good things, there were some bad things, so we will get into all of that. But I just want to thank everyone who's tuning in, whether it's now or later. Always appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on the stream, comment any questions or comments that you have about the game that we just saw between the Mets and Nationals. And if this is your first time seeing one of these streams, make sure to subscribe. So, hi, Mars Gaming again. So, let's talk about this game. I mean, it started off right away. Brandon Nimmo going yard. Big line drive home run, 109 off the bat. So, hi, Matt. I mean, Nimmo absolutely smoked it to start off the game, which is good to see right in that leadoff spot. They brought up one interesting point in that whole telecast was that the fact that there's an idea that maybe Lindor could eventually become the leadoff hitter for the New York Mets, which is something that would be a little interesting because I think Lindor has to be more in the middle of the order just for the sake of the thing we've talked about with lineup balance. Like if you put Lindor at the top, then all of a sudden your lefties are going to get bunched up again because you would like to have Nimmo at the top. You would like to have McNeil at the top, whether it's at the 1 or 2, 3, wherever it is in the lineup. You want those guys there. And I just feel like you also like Michael Conforto pretty high in the lineup. So it would just be hard to construct that kind of a lineup. Ideally, Lindor could be a leadoff hitter, but he is so good that he could be anywhere in those top three. So that's something that's going to be interesting as the season progresses. I believe that Nimmo definitely will start the season as a leadoff. Hey, Mothman. I just watched a series of interviews of players and coaches that have in baseball. I agree, Matthew. I mean, that was the whole broadcast. What frustrated me the most, Reed should be in the bullpen. He's going to be Mets fan favorite. I'm excited for Sean Reed-Foley. There were definitely a few relievers that did well, some relievers that did not do well. We'll get to that next. What's up, YouTube, man? Good win, Jack. Their bullpen is tough. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes with the bullpen. That's what I want to get to later. But I just think the fact that with all these interviews that were going on, not so much that it was interviews, that's one thing. But the fact that they had to have them split screen, that was the problem. The fact that half of my screen was just seeing a face. Whoever's face that was, whether it was Soto, whether it was my man Dom Smith, whoever it was, it's just that like I could hear the interview. Let me watch the game. Let me see where the ball is going. Let me see just how bad Dellin Betances is pitching. I can't see it because I'm too busy looking at these interviews. Trevor May did well. Yikes on Betances. I mean, yeah, that definitely was what it looked like. Offense looks good. Hey, that was nice to see Dom. It was nice to see Dom, but it's just that, like, eventually they were just interviewing people that had nothing to do with the Mets or Nationals. It was just like let's just interview about the KBL. Let's interview about the Yankees. Let's just interview about everything. It's like, all right, how many interviews do we need here? It was just absolutely crazy. But, I mean, I'm glad that Trevor May pitched well. I'm glad Aaron Loup pitched well. But the problem for me was just that, like, Familia and Betances, it looked like Familia and Betances. Like, for better or worse, that's how they normally look. Like, their command, they don't know where it's going. And even Sandy also says, Sandy's like, we don't know where Jerry Familia's command is going. Familia is killing me here watching this. Like, the fact that he told McCann, set up middle, wherever Familia's ball goes, that's where it ends up. That's pretty tough to coach. I mean, like, you just like you bring Familia into the game and you just hope. You're like, I don't know what the heck is going to happen. All right, you can hear in the background. Get back to that thing. Exactly. What is your thoughts about what Luba said about Bauer signing before yesterday? I mean, it doesn't matter now. Like, if he almost chose the Mets, almost isn't enough. He's not a Met. He's a Dodger. The Mets signed Taijuan Walker. What I'm a little more frustrated about was the fact that of the contract Jackie Bradley got, because I was like, oh, I would like Jackie Bradley, good center field defense, but he's asking for 5 years. He's asking for a lot of money. But then when Jackie Bradley gets 2 years